time now for today's community comment. Here's your host, Craig Warmbold.
Well, thank you very much, and good afternoon. Welcome to Community Comment. On Community Comment today, we begin the first of three programs that is focused on the WBEV WXRO Children's Radiothon. Want to welcome into the conversation here the general manager, the station manager. Is it general manager or station manager?
That sounds great.
Are you both of them?
Yeah, that's...
You generally manage things, and then you're also the station manager, right?
It's got a nice ring to it. Thank you, Craig.
It's Ryan Gable. Ryan, thank you so much.
Thanks for
you're like
having
my unofficial co-host for this first segment.
For this
today.
segment, yep.
We're kind of bringing you in and kind of getting your feet wet. We figure what better guest, to have for this wonderful opportunity that we're giving Ryan than to have Renee Henning, the Executive Director of Community Care, Preschool, and Child Care. Renee, it's wonderful to see you.
Hello again.
How
nice
are
to
you?
Be here.
How are you? Good.
I am well.
All right. Very.
Yes.
How many years has this been now?
I think it's 8 or 9.
Okay, all right, very good. That's not a prerequisite to receive funds from the Radiothon.
Yeah.
But now, Ryan, so Community Care, Preschool, and Child Care is one of the 11 agencies that are going to be benefiting from the funds raised during the WBEV WXRO Children's Radiothon. What are the other 10, Ryan?
Great question. That's on dailydodge.com.
Yes,
Craig.
yeah, very good. That's exactly how you see. He's learning already.
Where to get your information?
Yes,
you may
that's
not
right.
know it, but you know where to get
A
it.
lot of things to memorize in the
See?
course of a day.
That's
So
I think between the three of us, I think we could figure it out. I'll start things out.
I think we could.
A little bit later on the program, we're going to have representatives from Green Valley Enterprises. So there's one. We got Community Care, Preschool, and Child Care.
The ARC,
ARC of Dodge County, very good.
PAVE.
All right, we're up to 4.
the Arts Association, Beaver Dam.
BDAAA,
Yep.
Beaver Dam Area Arts Association.
The Craig Warmbold Foundation.
Craig Warmbold Foundation is not receiving
did
funds
not
this
make
year.
the
I
cut
Didn't
this
make
applied.
the cut. Oh,
I
Clothes for Kids.
closed for kids.
My partner,
one of the
Jody.
original ones, and that's who you're partnering with. We'll explain what that means here in just a little bit.
Yep,
Clothes
yep.
for kids. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Not counting the Craig Warmbold Foundation. So we're 5 down. YMCA of Dodge County. All right, and we'll take help from anybody in the building. By the way, right now, or 885.
Do we have some new people? Don't we have a new organization?
We do have. Who's the new organization this year, Ryan?
Go to dailydodge.com.
Church Health Services was new last year,
Yes, but I thought
and this year is a wonderful organization that helps fight the growing opioid problem.
Care.
There you go.
Very good, Care. So we are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. We are 2 away from being able to start the program officially here on AM 1430 WBEV and dailydodge.com. Community Care, Preschool, and Child Care.
there you
CCPC.
are. Oh, okay, gotcha.
Should I do
You're-
CCPAC?
No.
Community Care, Preschool, and
I
You're
bet
Child
Brenda
shorthand.
Murphy is listening up
You're
front, and she
shorthand.
could come down since she's heading this whole thing up with Taylor Kruger this year.
You know, really, one of the Radiothon organizers, I think, would be a perfect person right now to join us, just to say hi, if for no other reason.
I know. Watertown Family.
Watertown Family. Oh, and you know
one,
what?
Renee.
Another Watertown/Beaver Dam-based organization that they partner with would be the Final Organization. They work with kids. Duh. They work with
I know.
both young boys and young girls.
Big Brothers, Big Sisters.
With that, you are officially able to receive funds from the 2018 WBEV WXRO Children's
Oh, boy.
Radiothon. So let's go through that again. Community Care, Preschool, and Child Care. That's a guest we have here. Green Valley Enterprises, ARC Dodge County, PAVE, People Against the Violent Environment, Beaver Dam Area Arts Association, Clothes for Kids, YMCA of Dodge County, Church Health Services, Care of Dodge County, our new organization this year, Watertown Family Center, and Big Brothers, Big Sisters. So, Ryan, this is your second Radiothon as a general manager
but,
here.
yeah, okay.
In many ways, this is kind of your first Radiothon, though, isn't it? I mean, this is the one you're really submerging yourself in. You were the rookie last year.
The rookie
Now,
that just got to write out all the checks.
That's right.
So still, solid participation.
That's right. But so you've got a year under your belt. What are your thoughts going into this Radiothon about what it is that we do here for the community and all these agencies that are benefiting?
Well, first of all, excited that Brenda Murphy and Taylor Kruger are going to be heading everything up here with all the different agencies and everything that's going on with the different events and the like. I'm excited. This is year number 21, so this should be the year that we go over the $2 million mark.
Yeah. What is our total so far? We're about 1.8, I want to say.
1.8-ish, yeah.
In the middle, 1/8 there somewhere.
And last year,
something
after
like
the
that.
success, over 140, be able to hopefully top that again, and just huge year.
That was awesome.
And Ryan, 140 was not the number that we announced last year after the 27-hour marathon broadcast ended, is it?
Right. That was, there was things that came in at the end, and again, a special thank you to the last second
You had a
donation by
second big donation.
Chuck and Randy
Chuck
Newman.
and Randy.
And
Yeah,
They
the
are
Newmans.
so fun when they get competitive.
Yeah, I agree.
They're just so supportive.
it made
and
for a pretty
wonderful.
exciting last few
Yeah.
minutes of
Sure.
the Radiothon. So,
Yeah.
we're really looking forward to it again this year, and all the marketing consultants have been out, and thank you to all the partners that are helping, because without donating all these items for folks to bid on, and there wouldn't be much of a Radiothon. So
And organizations like Renee's wouldn't
Yep.
be able to benefit from what it is that
So
we do here.
thank you to all those partners.
Are we still accepting donations as part of the Radiothon?
Absolutely. I think we do up till,
Up until the last minute.
right, until the last minute. Or
And we'll accept donations for next year right now, too.
absolutely.
I
Get you
think
signed
that's
up.
the way
so.
to do it. What are examples of some of the things that we've got from year to year, and maybe some of the things that we might have this year, Ryan?
There's so many different things.
Trips and
Trips,
gift cards, and
mattresses, gift cards to
TVs.
restaurants, pizzas,
Tickets to games.
a lot of tickets.
Yeah.
We are
Lot of
fortunate.
tickets.
Yeah, Brewers, Packers, Bucks. The list goes on and on. So
Again, it's a 27-hour marathon broadcast. It's an auction. So folks have a chance to bid on their favorite items. And as Ryan was saying, you can go to dailydodge.com and you'll be able to find those items in advance of the actual event, which is what day again?
June 21st.
All right, very
and
good.
into the
day
morning of the
long.
22nd. We should, for folks so they know, we should start getting the prizes updated. And when we have pictures with them, we'll be able to get pictures up and the like. So that should start happening here in the next day or two is the plan. That way they've got a couple of weeks to be able to see what the items are, check them out, and get prepared to get your bid on.
Just over 2 weeks before that Radiothon gets underway.
It's hard
2
to
weeks
believe.
from Thursday. Yeah,
All right.
yeah.
Yeah.
Well, what?
Don't
Yes,
forget Brenda Murphy's dessert auction.
Oh my gosh, there's really, if we were to go throughout the course of the day, I think that's probably one of the tastiest parts of the day, no doubt. Now it starts
Yummy.
at 6 a.m. that day, right?
I believe so.
And then the dessert auction probably starts around, if I'm not
that's like
mistaken,
later in the morning, right?
9 or 10 a.m.
Yep,
or
yep.
something. So you got 3 solid hours of bidding on other items before the dessert auction
Right.
comes up. And folks can also now. Do you bake anything for the dessert auction, Renee?
Last year was my inaugural year to helping out, and it went well.
What'd you go with?
Yeah.
I made a cheesecake, and
Okay.
then I helped. Brenda made these mystery boxes, so they were,
Oh,
you
that's
you
right,
bid
yeah.
20
Huge
bucks
hit.
and you get a mystery box or something like that, and then she'd have all kinds of different kinds of goodies. So it's like a potluck of goodies. So I said I'd help with that.
So you had fun again. Did you nibble throughout the course of the dessert auction? Are you able to pre-nibble?
Oh,
with the,
no.
Okay, no,
Because
nothing
then
is
that you can't wreck your. No,
right. It just
no.
looks too good. But your how much did your cheesecake go for? Do you
I
remember?
don't remember.
All right.
I don't remember. But she invited me back to participate again, so it must not have been too bad.
What was it? Did I ask you how much you were gonna? Oh, what are you making this year?
I told her I'd make some cookies again. I'm a
Okay.
really good cookie baker.
Great, awesome.
I don't remember. I'll have to go check out what
Do you
I said.
remember listening to Craig and I on the air? Were we on for 2 hours?
We were on for it felt like 2 hours, but it was closer to 4. If
but
I'm
probably
not
the most
mistaken.
fun I've had on air.
Is that right?
Yeah, Thomas.
Other than this,
Other than
appearance,
this,
of course.
of course.
Renee.
course.
But Thomas, you and I,
Are we going to do that again this year?
yes, we are.
What was that, like 6 to 10?
I
last year,
believe
wanna
so.
say?
6
So
to 10. Things
right-
got a little weird.
Things did get a little weird.
Yeah.
You would
It
think
was
you were at
entertaining.
Slumberland for a
Right.
while looking at Lazy Boys,
Right.
but we were actually here on the air.
We did very well with the call-ins.
I thought
and the
people-
bidding.
Oh,
People
boy.
didn't not listen, which was great. I
Right.
mean, there were some
That's
people
the
that were out
point.
there, which is what we like, Renee.
Well, Jody and I went on the roof with Sheriff Nails, and that was kind of fun.
That's right. Now, who's Jody? Oh, Jody Sloviak. So
From Close for Kids, my partner in crime.
now we should explain what that means.
Yes.
Because
Yes, we should.
by partner in crime, every Radiothon agency is partnered with somebody. Ryan, as I'm sure you could attest to. And your partnering agency is
It's Close for Kids.
Close for we might
With
get a little
Jody.
closer to that there.
She's been participating in the Radiothon since your very first Radiothon 21 years ago.
She was one of the inaugural agencies.
So we've been partners for a couple of years. It's nice to have a partner to go out to the different communities, to garner support because her contacts are my contacts. We might have different contacts in the different communities. So anything to get the word out. So that's a great way to, we partner, the different agencies pair up and go to the neighboring communities, all in the competition and the competitive spirit for the Dodge County Spirit Cup.
So do you and your partner put on an event together?
The
Do you have your
DCS
own?
Cup.
Yeah,
Dodge County
Dodge
Spirit Cup.
County.
She's got it.
Spirit
It's
Cup.
like she works here
yeah.
at the radio
Yeah,
station.
Yeah.
So what were you asking, Ryan?
What event do you guys put
Yeah.
on your own?
Yeah,
event to raise
everybody then
funds?
has an event that day. So be listening in. Some people are having events prior to the Radiothon. All of us are doing little different things. We have partnered again with our friends at Midstate Rental and Sales in Columbus. They're out there on Transit Drive next to Countryside. And they've been helping us out for a number of years. So we're having a bra fry. So whenever there's road construction in town, it's great because the guys and the women who are working on the roads, they're like, hey, a fresh meal, and they come on out and support us.
You got a little construction there in Columbus.
I know, right? And then the different agencies or the different businesses around, they spread the word. So our friends at Midstate are hosting us, and we're super excited about that. And we'll be there from 11 to 1 on Radiothon Day.
Okay.
All right.
So I'll be grilling. I'll have my hat on.
Will you be grilling?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
You will? Wait, brats?
Yeah,
Burgers?
brats.
The whole 9 yards?
Brats. We keep it simple.
All right, just brats.
Brats,
Brat fry.
water, and some goodies.
Some goodies.
Some baked goods.
Baked
All right,
goods.
very good. Has the Clothes for Kids and Community Care Preschool and Childcare ever taken home the DCS Cup?
Yes, we did.
Wow. We are here with DCS Cup winners of years
We
past.
did, we did.
You're not the reigning champ, though.
No.
So you are gunning for who?
It's that wonderful Green Valley and Arc. They've got the market cornered. They've
they're
got
tough.
some awesome things going on, and
It's not impossible, though. You've done it before.
as proud as I am of them, doggone it, they're a difficult opponent.
Well,
So we'll try.
we wish you the
We
best
have
of luck.
secrets we will not disclose at this time as to our balance of funds for the Radiothon.
I like how competitive
Squirreled
it is,
away.
Like everybody's trying to do the most
a
they
little-
possibly can for all the organizations.
It's a little
which is great.
cutthroat.
Yeah.
I remember picking up that trophy, and I seatbelted it in my,
You
in my car
seatbelted
to
it.
take it
I'm
back
sure that's
to
what they do at the
community care.
Stanley Cup, too.
Right.
Oh yeah,
Very, very
totally,
Yeah,
totally.
No doubt.
Polish it up,
Yeah,
So-
and that's the thing about the DCS Cup is you get to then keep it at
Right.
your at the agency or split it between the two of you, as it were. It's at Green Valley right now, and Green Valley will be on coming up later on the program today. I don't know. Do you think they'll bring the cup with them?
Well, now that they know you're on Daily Dodge with
yeah.
a little video,
Maybe you should
it'd
bring
be
the
good
cup.
for them to do that.
Yeah. So now this is the portion. Now we're training Ryan because Ryan might actually do one of these interviews here over the course of the next
You're gonna
3
let me?
Mondays. I think so. So we're breaking Ryan in here, Renee,
Yep.
and you're the perfect guest for this.
Aw,
So
how sweet.
we do appreciate you showing up here. So we're going to let Ryan take over the reins now, right now, as it were,
Okay.
as our special guest
All
host.
right.
Thanks, Craig.
Now, Ryan, I told you there are 2 very important questions that you have to ask each agency. Do you remember what those questions are?
not even
a clue.
remotely
He
close.
doesn't even
Not even
remember.
close.
Doesn't even remember what they are. One of them, quite simply, is here, and you can follow my lead on this if you want. So, Renee, thank you very much for joining us on the program here on
Happy to be here,
Community
Craig.
Comment. We have the Radiothon coming up.
Yes.
It's a big event.
It's a big deal.
Now, you're one of the agencies that's going to be benefiting from the funds
Yes,
raised
we are.
in the 2018 WBEV WXRO Children's Radiothon. Tell us about your agency. Huh?
There you go.
So I wouldn't have made it quite that long. I
You
was
wouldn't
just
have?
going, let's tell us about your agency.
Okay, so you
But
want to
thank
do
you.
it?
I appreciate your professionalism. I would just got right to it.
You
Yeah,
just want to cut right to
I'm
the
cool
point.
right
either
to it.
way.
Let's see what we
All
got.
right, very good. All right, so same question then.
All right, community care. Community care has been a part of Beaver Dam as a nonprofit since 1974. We are on the corner of Lincoln and Maple at this time. We're in the old St. Mark's Episcopal Church. And we've been there taking care of working families' childcare needs for many years. So we take care of children ages 6 weeks to 12 years. And the portion of the Radiothon that support you guys, that your funds support us, is our school age program. So in the summer, we need to have our school agers have a place to go and things that don't just involve their thumbs and their eyes in front of electronic devices. We need to have safe places that are engaging and stimulating for them to continue being kids through the summer. So with
great.
your help, it helps our families to be able to afford it a little bit more. It's not cheap what we do, keeping them safe, following all our guidelines and overhead and all that. It's a tough business to be in, but we've been doing it well for many years, and with the Radiothon support, we've been able to really help defray the costs of our work in the summer. We're going on field trips every week to different things. This week we're going to the Marsh Haven. It's one of our favorite places. Last week we went to the Sky Zone in Madison.
Fun.
So we're doing exciting things to keep the kids busy, and field trips are an extension of our classroom. So
So how
Yeah.
specifically do the funds get used for your organization from last year?
just
So
for
then-
the school age program. So we can lower our costs by a couple of dollars a day to
Wow.
based on what we would normally, if you guys didn't have us, if you weren't helping us out, parents would definitely feel it a little bit more. And a lot of lower income families choose places like group child care centers because they can use their subsidy funding to use subsidy funding for child care, you have to be a licensed state agency, and we are one of those. So I've had working moms be like, I'm so glad that you had this, because I have 2 kids here, and it adds up. You might not think that $20 a week makes a big difference, but when you add that up over 4 weeks, it's another $100, maybe, or depending on how many kids you have. So even defraying those costs for that summer program, the working families appreciate it very
great.
much.
How would you rate Ryan's job performance over the past 2 questions? I think he did. I think he did pretty good. I think we'll
you
ask
can
him
keep
back
him
again.
Yeah, I think you can
I'm
keep
pretty
him around.
impressed with
Yeah,
this guy.
yeah,
I mean,
yeah.
he
I like
starts
his-
in on the
I
sales
like-
side, and he's here on the now he's broadcasting, and he's a host and an interviewer.
I like his name.
Well, thanks.
You like his name?
Yeah,
What
my
do you-
son's name is Ryan. So
Oh, is that
I mean,
right?
it's natural.
Oh. And your other
Thanks,
son
Mom.
is not named Craig, then, apparently.
Oh,
That's all right.
No, should I rethink that?
No, that's okay. So,
Nickname.
Now, can you kind of elaborate a little bit on what you mean by when you're talking about the state and the type of agency that you are? What does that mean to
To the
us
average
working
person?
families and everything?
Yeah. So we take anybody who wants. If we have room, you can come and see us, take a tour, see what we're like. We have one classroom for each age group of children, but if you're a family who's on a subsidy program, that means you are closer to poverty levels. You're looking for some assistance, maybe. There's all kinds of reasons that families are looking for assistance from the state. We have lots of different programs to help families, whether it be food share, whether it be Badger Care, all of those different things. So we at Community Care are licensed by the state of Wisconsin to provide, to be a place where if you're getting a subsidy to help you with your child care expenses, you can pick us. So you, as a person, as a parent, you go through steps with state agencies to see what you're eligible for. And if you are eligible, then some of those costs will be defrayed for your care. And that's so that people can get out in the workforce. The way the program was established many, many years ago by Governor Thompson, that's a long time ago now.
Tommy?
Yeah, he established the program to help families so that they could get in the workforce. Because if you can't have reliable child care, you can't go to work. So consequently, if you're a manufacturing plant, for example, maybe there's a couple of them here in Beaver Dam. Well, if their families didn't have reliable childcare, well, they wouldn't be able to work. Then they wouldn't be able to make their widgets, etc. So we are a place that you can choose for your summer care if that's what you need. So, the Radiothon helps us make it even more affordable for families.
That's wonderful.
It is.
Yep.
You mentioned one of the opportunities that you provide to your kids, and where parents are able to maybe save a little bit from the Radiothon. You said a field trip. You're going to Marsh Haven Nature Center.
Yep, that's what we're doing this week,
Now,
Wednesday.
we've had the other Renee on, Willeen Tillema from Marsh Haven Nature Center. In fact, I think last time she was on, she brought all of her. I think she brought her owl, some of her birds of prey from Barb Harvey, the late wonderful Barb Harvey, and she was on her way to your facility.
Isn't that great?
The kids have a good time when she came
Yeah,
in?
she brought her lop-eared bunny, and it's just a cool rabbit that she taught us all about it, and let the kids pet the bunny. So it was really fun.
That's great.
So now we're going to go to her place with our school agers and learn more.
In a field trip that is going to cost the parents less because of the funds.
Well, the overall program costs
Right.
the families less because you guys help us defray those costs. So,
well, Ryan, this is one example of something that we do here, and we've got 10 more that are coming up.
Very exciting. How do folks get a hold of you? Where do they go for more information?
you can find me in lots of places. You can call us at 885-9472, or you can find us online at communitycarebeaverdam.net, or you can follow us on Facebook. Our Facebook page is full of all kinds of fun things that we do. You can get to know us, get to see what we're all about. But yeah, check us out online and check our website. So, yeah.
And if you would, Renee, leave us with a reminder of where you and Clothes for Kids are going to be on the day of the Radiothon, raising money for all of the organizations.
Yeah, we're going to be at Midstate Rental and Sales in Columbus on Transit Road, right next door to the big Countryside Ford dealership. So we'll be there. They've got a great outside space for us. So come hungry and come support the Radiothon during lunchtime on the 21st.
Wonderful. Well, Ryan, you did a great job.
Thanks.
We appreciate you
Keep me
sitting
coming
there.
back.
Yeah, he'll keep you around.
Keep me around.
Yeah.
Thanks,
We'll look forward to that opportunity. We do want to thank Renee Henning, the Executive Director of Community Care Preschool and Child Care in Beaver Dam, for joining us here to kick off the first of 3 programs on consecutive Mondays in advance of the 2018 WBEV Extra Children's Radiothon. We'll be speaking with representatives from 10 more agencies over the course of the next 3 programs that are going to be dedicated to the Radiothon. But in our next segment, it is going to be a guest, actually a couple folks here, who are not with an agency that will be benefiting from the funds raised. Instead, they will be helping to raise funds for the Radiothon in general. We'll get all the details about that after the break.
Time now for more of today's community comment. Here again is your host, Craig Warmbold.
I would be up to the challenge. Well, thank you very much, and welcome back to Community Comment. Our guests on Community Comment on this segment, as promised, one of the only Radiothon guests that are not part of an agency that will be receiving funds for the WBEV WXRO Children's Radiothon. They are actually the one group of guests that we've got here that year after year have been doing everything they can to contribute to the overall total, and boy, do they contribute to that overall total. We are talking about Scott and Lori Smith and their son Nate Smith with the Angel Walk, Noel's Angel Walk. That's coming up here the morning of the Radiothon. Thank you so much for joining us on the program again, guys.
Thank you for having us.
Thanks, Craig. Yeah, it's good to be back. Number 10.
This is the 10th year.
It's a
Number
big
10.
one.
Yeah.
Wow. Number 21 for the Radiothon, for those keeping track, and number 10 for Noel's Angel Walk. Nate, I think this is the 3rd time, if I'm not mistaken, that you have been on the program. Or has it been has there been more? Yeah, when you've been talking, because I remember you in a stroller here for a few of them. You probably don't remember that.
I don't really know, actually. Asked.
To all I've been to all of the walks.
You've been to all of
he
the
was.
walks.
He was on board mom for number one.
In
Yeah.
utero for number
In
one,
utero.
if I'm not
In
mistaken.
utero,
I remember that
throwing,
one.
Throwing medical terminology out there.
Right.
Yeah, he was in utero, and was it actually we used that that day to announce that Lori was pregnant with Nate. Actually,
my
after the walk,
gosh.
yeah, family found out that day. So yeah, he's
That's right.
a child of the walk.
Well, when you
He's
guys
of the walk.
when you guys think about this 10 years, what jumps to your minds?
Oh man, yeah, you go ahead, Larry.
It seems very unreal. I can remember sitting here at Walk One with you, doing the community comment. So the years just fly by. It's pretty amazing, actually.
Wow. And you've walked the long route. Now we're going to talk about how there's 2 routes. I think we have 2 routes again this year.
2 routes, yeah.
You've walked the long route each and every one of those years, Nate.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, I walked last year's and the year before that, but I think every other year I was either in a stroller or
Wagon.
piggyback on
Big
dad
wagon,
or
yeah.
something.
Piggyback.
Piggyback on
Yeah,
dad.
that's a good way to
Or
do
something
it.
like that.
No, yeah, the piggybacking days are over now.
Yeah.
And you'll be holding Dad.
Yeah,
Yeah, right.
I can ride on his shoulders.
So
I
wha-
don't think Dad can do that yet.
not quite
Not quite,
yet.
almost.
So why don't we start off by telling folks everything that they need to know to be able to participate in the 10th annual Noel's Angel Walk.
Awesome. Laura, you want me to begin? Okay, well, the Angel Walk is the kickoff event once again. Thanks very much for that, Radiothon. We've been the kickoff event for 10 years, and we're going to still continue to do that. So on the morning of, which is June 21st, Thursday, very first thing, we'll be down at Waterworks Park, which is in Beaver Dam, just located right on the lake in Beaver Dam off of Denning Avenue, if you're not familiar. And pre-registration, of course, you can do now. We'll get into that in a moment. But the day of, the walk itself begins at 7 a.m., but we'll be down there at 6 a.m. So if people want to come, if they haven't registered yet, we hope you'll register beforehand. We'll talk about that in a moment, I hope. But you can register that day, of course. Kids 12 and younger don't have to register. The registration for day of is $25 per person. That gets you a T-shirt, a Noel's Angel Walk T-shirt. We were just talking about that, and Craig has a large collection of all the. He's got the vintage now, going all the way back to 2009.
I mentioned I was disappointed I forgot to wear it today. Duh, I should have worn that. But for the next 2 programs on consecutive Mondays from today, we'll see what colors I decide to go with.
If you do want to get a shirt for your child that's 12 or younger, it's a $10 donation. But other than that, the registration on day of is $25.
Would I be able to get a T-shirt for this year's Radio Angel Walk and wear it next Monday if I registered right now?
We're just getting them today.
You are?
Yeah, good
Which
timing.
one are you wearing
Well,
there?
this is from a couple years ago.
Oh, that's another
This is
vintage
from
one, isn't it?
2014. Yeah,
Okay.
the
Who
2014.
who did the artwork on there?
Buck Radel? Yeah, Buck
Buck
Radel. What's
Radel.
Buck's business called? The
The Beaver Sport House.
Beaver Sport House.
Wow,
Thank
very
you. Yeah,
nice.
thank you real quick there. Yeah,
What-
Buck's been our T-shirt designer maker with Lori since
10
2000.
years.
For 10 years.
For
Good
yeah, how
job,
long
Buck.
is it? It's 10 years.
So what can we maybe get a little peek? We want to talk about registration and everything like that, but while we're on the
Well-
topic of the T-shirts,
Good. Well, let me go with the color. The color scheme's always a big deal.
everybody wants to
For
know
Miss-
the color
Miss Lori,
scheme.
It's always a big deal. And I wore green because there's green in this year's
Mm.
T-shirt. Why is it green, Lori?
It is green and gold to represent the Beaver Dam School District. We are, I'll just skip ahead. At the park, our guest performers are going to be the Beaver Dam Marching Band.
Oh.
So we went with the green and the gold theme for this year's shirts.
Sort of a fifth quarter after the walk will include the Marching Beavers Band.
Is that right?
Yeah, that's so cool. Mr. Diggins got a hold of Lori. I think we confirmed it just last night.
No
And
kidding.
we're holding our breath, hoping that they'd be able to. So we appreciate that. Very
It's a
much.
first.
It's huge for It's huge. We wanted to include some kind of. We've talked about that for a number of years. All those you've walked with us enough to know that Lori's already thinking about the next year as we're on the walk.
She's already thinking about
And
2021.
that's for a couple years now. We've talked about. Wouldn't it be cool to have some band members around or have some music like that.
But Scott said I was crazy. You
Well, yeah.
cannot have a marching band this early in the morning in the park.
Neighbors are going to complain. It's going to be too. No, it'll be
I'm
fantastic.
going to wake up the neighbors.
Yeah, no. Well,
Quiet time is 11 p.m. to 6 a.m.
That's right.
in Beaver Dam. So anytime after 6 a.m.,
Chief
you're okay.
Preisinger, please, show
It
some
doesn't count on
understanding.
radio.
The
an
ordinance
exemption.
We're not violating.
You
any
are
ordinances.
licensed, though, technically, right, to be able to
Well,
do this
and I want to
everything,
clear,
so-
they're not marching with us. I don't want John to get upset
Yeah.
with me because in our parade permit we didn't say anything about a marching band. We're not
true.
having them march with us like a parade, but they will be around for after.
Yes, they're
We
performing.
modification from previous walks. We've retired the breakfast, but we're continuing after the walk with Aramark is still sponsoring with actually the best part of the breakfast, and they even would say as much was the bakery
Yeah.
stuff, the baked goods that they bring up, and so that will all be there with Blackwater's coffee. And those same things we've had in previous years. We'll have before the walk and then after the walk as well, so people are hang around. And if those that didn't register for the walk and still want to come, years past we encouraged them to come to the breakfast. Now we're encouraging you, if you didn't come to the walk, you can still come to the after walk, hear the band, have some bakery, donate to the Radiothon, of course, is the point. We're hoping there's no registration for that part of it, but we're hoping that you come and willing to donate some funds to a awesome, outstanding cause that is the Radiothon.
Now, are you doing that, the post-walk stuff?
Right down at Waterworks Park.
At Waterworks?
At
you're-
lower shelter. Yep. Lower
you were going to
shelter.
do it in the lower shelter?
All down
Excellent.
the lower shelter
Very
this
good.
year.
So
Yeah.
it's all in one
All
place,
in
as it
one
always
Play at
has
the
been.
park.
Yeah.
And the 4-H, the Highland Prairie 4-H will also be there, and they will have their petting zoo and doing the games with the kids and face painting. So that will be down there also.
Well, we really hope you come for the walk. Every year we talk about coming to the walk. We talk about how it's really two parts to it for us. One is, of course, raising funds for the Radiothon and all those. I heard you naming off all 10 beneficiaries of the Radiothon.
We did it
previous
eventually.
segment. Yeah, you got there. And so that's a big part of it, of course. The other part is joining us for the walk, and the other part of the walk is raising awareness for childhood illnesses and their prevention. Again, we're teaming up with Dr. Betsy at Community Pediatrics, who's also, I just saw on their website that this is their 10th, Dr. Betsy's 10th anniversary of her clinic that she started up, I think, by herself in some little office somewhere. Now she's got 3 locations and several doctors working with her. So she's grown over the last 10 years and has been a partner of ours in that prong of the Angel Walk and
10 years.
yeah,
She's
and
been with us.
spreading good information about prevention of childhood illnesses. So that's the other part of it. And then with that then is just coming and enjoying yourself and your family away from work, time to think about and appreciate family, because that's what it's all about as well. We talk about walking with an angel. We're confident that Noelle is with us all the time, but she's especially with us at the walk. So bring your kids, bring your family. We know it's a weekday morning, but it's 7 o'clock. Perhaps your work schedule allows you to, if you've got a half an hour to come for a walk before work, maybe eat breakfast a little earlier than normal, or perhaps you're a third shifter over at the sheriff's office and you're just getting done. Maybe stay up a little later than you normally do and come on over and join us for the walk. So we really enjoy the
Or maybe you're
participation.
retired.
Or maybe you're retired. Perhaps. Yeah, you can delay that tea time and come on over. But it goes back, you're talking about 10 years. And my favorite, or one of the most outstanding thing that I can remember like it was yesterday, the things that you remember like it was yesterday, was the route on that first year, Craig. And we're up the hill, and we're just turning onto Center Street or thereabouts. And you actually told me to turn around, because we were up in front, and you were sherping the equipment with John
'Cause they had
Kraft,
to
and
put
yeah,
it back
carrying
then.
all instead of a cell phone like they,
We've advanced to now in modern times.
Yeah. Good Karma Broadcasting has blessed you with some better technology.
We've invested,
than we had. Turned around and saw all these people, just all the way back to the park in that first year. And yeah, that was a sort of a teary moment of, wow, holy smokes, look at this. Look at all the friends and family that showed up for this walk. That was just basically an idea that Lori had with me walking shortly after Noel passed and listening to the Radiothon. And she called up Jill Cullen at the time, who was running the Radiothon. And Jill, of course, our story that we've shared every year is Jill's prerequisite was, that's fine as long as you do all the work. And Lori said, well, that's the way I want it. Because I think Jill had plenty to do and definitely wanted
not easy.
some more participation. But the Radiothon's a busy event, and she thought, I really can't organize another event efficiently. So, Lori, so that's perfect. We'll run it if you'll have us, and here we are.
Yeah, and really that's one for the ages. I mean, the whole story of how everything even kind of came together is really a remarkable story. That folks that haven't heard that story, it's just kind of remarkable. I think some of the things that have come out of this whole wing of the Radiothon. Do you guys mind taking a moment to share with our listeners the story of how this all came about?
Make Scott talk.
Sure. Yeah. Well, yeah. It of course it is it's our representation or something we wanted to do to carry on after our daughter Noelle passed shortly after she turned 1 back in 2008, and that was on March 2nd of 2008. She passed away from real suddenly. She had really severe complication of influenza A, and turned out she also had pneumonia and RSV, and we didn't know it at the time that's what she had. We found out afterwards, but it happened very quickly. We didn't get her flu vaccination that year, and so that's really what one of our main prongs is now, is increasing awareness of childhood illnesses and how great vaccines are, in our opinion. And of course, Dr. Betsy at Community Pediatrics helps us with that. But yeah, we'd always gone for walks. Walking around the neighborhood with before Noelle and when we had Noelle. And it was on a walk that we came up with, on a walk with each other after Noelle passed, that came up with the idea of a walk. And it was really from that conversation about within the same day the Radiothon was ongoing. And just, I think you called Jill probably the day after the walk that year.
We couldn't think of where we could plug this walk in, and Scott and I were, racking our brains out. Well, we can't do it on our own, but we got to do this. And I happened to be listening to the radio, and I ran up to him. I'm like, I got it. I think I know what we can do. I'll call Jill. And I called her like the day after the Radiothon was done, and the last thing she wanted was think about the following year.
I just finished, yeah.
But yeah, and then she said, another thing she said was the only time slot we have open would be the 6 a.m. in the beginning. I don't know if that's too early. And we're like, no, that's what we want. We want it to be the early morning kickoff. So it really did. It fell right into place.
Yeah. And every year's really been, that first year, of course, was really magical with all the friends and family and everybody that came. And we thought at the time, and you asked us, and John, others, from the state, are you going to keep this going? And our attitude at the time was, well, I guess, I suppose. We hadn't really thought that far ahead, other than, if it's just us and 4 other people that show up, we'll still do it. But every year, people just keep coming. We had new people that we've never seen before. People have reached out to us that we don't know.
This year we had 4 new sponsors. We have 22 sponsors this year.
And we've got sponsors, and they'll call us. Mm-hmm. We haven't really, I don't want to take away from all the work that Lori does in terms of, she makes it a year-round endeavor in terms of things that she does for the walk and the Radiothon. But we've had sponsors contact us. Papa Murphy's, they think they called us as one example of people just reaching out. Can we be a sponsor? And that's just, that's from other things I've been involved with, that just doesn't normally happen. So we feel very blessed in that respect. And the people we've gotten to know over those 10 years, yourselves included here at the radio station, kind of our second family this time of year, and hanging out with you guys at WBEV, WXRO, and all the folks that have come together. Down to other families that have lost kids, the Hartwigs in Horicon, who now have an organization called Bo's Heavenly Clubhouse, and these other folks that have gone down a similar path and reached out to them, and seeing what we're doing. I think maybe if that's been any kind of a positive influence for them, we hope so. So yeah, it's been a long time and a short time all in one. In some ways it seems like yesterday, and other times I look at Nate and go, wow, we've covered quite a bit of ground over the 10 years of the Angel Walk. Yeah,
it's something seeing Nate grow up, year after year after year here. It's really just been wonderful. And as you said, it is raising money and raising awareness, and it's great to see that component also be part of this as well from the beginning. What is the awareness that you would like to put a finer point on this afternoon? What is that awareness that you want our listeners to know? Please feel free to reiterate on that and elaborate on it.
Well, we feel very strongly in the importance of vaccinations, especially the flu shot. And every year, whether it's in our personal life or in the workplace, we hear the debates. And of course, with social media, and I think the anti-vaccination movement really took off. Been a number of years ago now when it really kind of came to a head, I think, because of a couple of different celebrities that really were denouncing, saying that there was some real drawbacks to getting your children vaccinated. And we don't want to take the position of giving out medical advice, and I don't want to get into that here. I've got strong opinions about, and Lori does, about the benefits of vaccines, and we feel there are many. But our encouragement is to speak to somebody like Dr. Betsy and speak to a medical professional about the pros and cons of vaccines and make an informed decision based on information from an experienced pediatric physician, somebody that really knows what they're talking about and does it for a living, and give you the pros and cons about the value of vaccines for you and your kids. It's our strong belief that they're very important for kids, and not just kids, but members of the community, because in my case, I had the flu and wasn't vaccinated, and it turned out that and we didn't get a chance to get Noelle vaccinated that year. So the fact that I had the flu, didn't get a vaccine shot, didn't get a flu shot that year because I was busy, just never went in. And had I gotten that shot and had protected myself, perhaps she wouldn't have caught it, who knows. But that really was, it's not just for the kids, it's why we want everybody vaccinated for things like the flu. And that's really part of, we hope, a big part of our message, that, don't take our word for it. Talk to somebody like Dr. Betsy over Community Pediatrics.
There's an organization that we've belonged to now. It's familiesfightingflu.org. And if you look on that website, there is a lot of information. The people are very helpful. And the stories, we actually have Noelle's story on there too for people to read and share. So that might help too.
Yeah, I'd challenge anybody to read a couple of the stories at familiesfightingflu.org and then not get the flu shot.
Raising awareness, one of the components of the Noel's Angel Walk. Raising money, the other, that allows you to give back to, this year, 11 different organizations that will be benefiting from the funds raised during the WBEV WXRO Children's Radiothon. 22 sponsors are helping you out this year, and of course our listeners can help out as well by simply registering and walking the morning of the event. You wanted to make sure that you mentioned that registration information. We want to make sure you mention the registration information.
Okay.
What can you tell us? How can we help out? How can we get involved in the Radiothon walk?
Lori went high-tech this year.
This
You
year, I did something. Those of you that know me, you're probably thinking you got help. I did it on my own. It took several hours, but I created a online registration, and what you do is you can go to www.active.com, and then you search. There's a search, and you write in Noel's Angel Walk, and that'll take you right to the form spot to register. Then.
Can they also click on the link on the
dailydodge.com? Yes,
yeah,
it's on there
Radiothon
also.
link. Yep. Radiothon link, and just click on the Angel Walk, and that'll take you to that online registration as well.
And Noel is spelled Noel.
Correct.
And then Angel Walk, and once you do the search, you'll be brought to the website.
Yep, and it's real easy, and you'll be able to register online. Another way you can do it is the other way, the old-fashioned way, and you can fill out one of the brochures. And also, the new thing we added this year is the pre-registration event, which is going on tomorrow. Now, this one, I had help from Nate, because I was trying to think of something that kids would enjoy. And I asked Nate, what would you enjoy? And he said, what did you say, Nate?
A dance party.
A dance party. I was like, really? A dance party? Well, wait a minute. They work for the radio station. They have DJs. Let's talk to them. So we created a kids Hawaiian DJ dance party, and it's tomorrow night. It's a pre-registration, but you can come with your family and join the dance party if you can't make it to the walk. But this will take place tomorrow at the Archangels here in Beaver Dam, and it's from 4 till 7. And we have lots of fun stuff planned. We have characters from Princess My Party coming at 5 o'clock, and the Dance Now Studios is also going to be there from 5 to 6, and they're going to be teaching some fun dance routines to the kids. The first 50 kids to come in will get a free goodie bag. Some of our sponsors, like Culver's and Chippy's, will we have the frozen custard and the popcorn and games and prizes for the kids. Missing anything, Nate?
And my lemonade stand, Nate's lemonade stand.
Nate's Lemonade Stand debuted last year to critical acclaim. Everybody loved it. It was delicious lemonade, as I understand it. What do we need to know this year to participate in Nate's Lemonade Stand?
You have to, you get a packet. You go to the pre-registration, get a packet of lemonade, and then you send it into the radio station. And
So they can register online for that. They can register on the website? No.
He's going to be there with his
Oh,
lemonade
he's going to be there
packet.
Yeah.
tomorrow with his
So they
packet.
just
Yeah.
That's
stop
right.
over,
so they just come and
pick
grab
up their
a packet, and then
get a pledge sheet
get a pledge sheet and send it to the radio station
with your donation.
with the donation.
and then
and-
you drink it
Then you drink it on the day of the radiothon at 2 o'clock.
2 o'clock. Yep.
2 p.m. Drink your lemonade.
And what kind of lemonade stand is it?
Nate's virtual lemonade stand.
It's a virtual lemonade stand with actual lemonade.
Yes.
So people anywhere in the world could have their lemonade at 2 p.m. and go to dailydodge.com.
Like
and
people from China
watch the
could
web-
have it.
yeah.
Sure. We've got 7 billion people listening to us now on
Seriously?
dailydodge.com.
7 billion?
7 billion people
Billion.
potentially listening to us at any given time on
You would
dailydodge.com. So you never know who's listening.
Could be.
If you would like to get involved, contact Nate because you can get your lemonade stand if you're in China right now.
Or
lemonade.
Australia.
or Australia.
Yeah.
You've got time to send it.
Why we
South
do it, doesn't
Africa?
matter.
South Africa. You name it. You name it.
Iola, Scandinavia,
Yeah. Leipzig, Leipzig, Minnesota Junction,
Ogdensburg.
North Haverbrook. They're all
Doesn't
viable.
matter. That's right.
That's fantastic. This was your idea too, Nate, wasn't it?
Yes.
You're just chock full of ideas.
It's a little help from Brenda Murphy, but yeah.
Yeah.
Well-
Help. We both came up with the idea.
You know, I can't tell you how many times our kind of unofficial goal is to raise about $100,000 each year. And you know how many times that we've fallen short of that or would have fallen short if it wasn't for the Smiths, if it wasn't for Scott and Lori, and now Nate Smith being able to help put us over the top. I mean, it is you and your hard work and everything that you guys are doing that helps these agencies benefit. We're just kind of here in the middle doing kind of some of the busy work, but you guys are the ones out in the trenches doing it, and we want to thank you for that, Nate.
You're welcome.
Thanks. In the meantime, it's tomorrow, Chapel of the Archangels, 4 o'clock to 7 o'clock. It's a dance party. What kind of music are you going to be playing, Nate? Everything you can dance to? What are we going to hear? What's Nate's song?
All the kids' favorite song.
All of the kids' favorite songs.
All their favorite hits.
Yeah,
You
that's
can request what song you want to listen to.
beautiful. That sounds fantastic.
So if you want a ticket in advance, it's $5 in advance for people that are 3 and up and adults also. You can purchase that here or contact me. And then tomorrow the tickets will be $7 at the event.
Door, $7 at the door.
Correct.
Just go to the door. Give them $10.
And it's Chapel of the Archangel, excuse me, 839 Madison Street, the Old Catholic Church on Madison Street. If you're from Beaver Dam and not completely familiar with what that is, but it's the Old Catholic Church on Madison Street. Yeah.
Kids 3 and under are free. And remember that adult needs to come with the kids.
Okay.
Yeah.
Can I register for the Radiothon then? You said tomorrow,
You can register.
or not the Radiothon, the
Yeah.
walk.
You can register for the walk. We'll have a station set up. We will also try to bring an iPad. It should work to have them if
Yeah.
you wanted to register online there.
Okay.
Or you can fill out the forms. I'll have the forms there also.
Are there going to be other registration opportunities? Is this the big one?
This is the big one.
This is the big one.
And you can get your T-shirt then too.
Okay, all right. $20 to register in advance, $25 day of.
Correct.
Yes.
All right. Begins and ends at Waterworks Park as
1
it has.
mile or a 2.5 mile route.
Yeah.
Take your pick.
Is the route changed at all?
No, be the same exact route going up Denning and then turning to the south on Center Street. And then we split up there by Washington School. You can take a right and go down the
My school, Washington.
Yes, the Washington Bulldogs.
Go Bulldogs.
Take a right and head back down to the lake on the Kid Path, and that's the 1 mile route. Or the 2.5 mile then goes up over by Coyote and down Spring and then Burnett back to the park.
That's the only one I'm familiar with.
Yeah. Yeah.
I've done 9 of 9 now.
Yeah, we don't let you do the 1 mile.
And every year I try to break off. No, we've got more to tell you.
Greg, come on.
You can do it.
In the rain.
In the rain.
There'll be
We're
no
bringing
rain
the
this year.
sun
But
this
we've
year.
got electronic equipment. Again, a great. And you'll be walking?
Yes.
You're walking the whole 2.5 mile route?
I am walking the whole 2.5 mile route.
For the second year or the third year in a row that you've done the whole 2.5 mile? I think-
Maybe the third.
I think this is the third,
Yeah, third, yeah.
if I recall
Yeah,
correctly.
We had a little help 3 years ago. Yeah.
Yeah,
It's okay,
Just
but
from
just a little
like
bit.
at the end,
Yeah.
a little piggyback from Dad.
But now you're 8.
Barely. Yeah.
Now you're 8, and you're good. But you might be tired from dancing tomorrow. So there is that concern. Are you going to dance the whole 3 hours?
I don't think I can dance that long.
Probably gonna
And I
try,
also
though.
have to run my lemonade stand. too.
Oh, that's true. But you can dance while you're
Yeah.
running your lemonade stand, so that's always fun. There we go. Is there websites? You've thrown a few websites out there already. You mentioned familiesfightingflu.org. There's the website for the registration for Noel's Angel Walk. What was that again?
DailyDodge.com will get you there through the link or just the actual
Active.com.
active.com.
Active.www.active.com. Go to dailydodge.com if you want to find out all the
Yeah,
information
you see-
about this and other events.
You see more pictures of things, and the whole radiothon gets you in that mood as
That's
you're
right.
clicking through the links into the radiothon. Yeah.
There you go.
Oh, I just was going to say at the event tomorrow, we have some awesome raffle baskets. The sponsors have donated some wonderful gifts. We have raffles from Geisberg's Jewelry. We have from Fraber's Jewelry. We have Modern Woodman. Who else? You name it. We've had some wonderful baskets come in.
Whole bunch of them. I saw them. They're in the house.
Do we need to know anything about refreshments or anything tomorrow? Anything you want to let us know? Is there going to be dance shoes made available or prizes for dancing? Anything we need to be aware of?
There will be prizes.
There will be.
Are going to be games that you can play, and
Okay.
if you win, you can get a prize. You can get a toy. You can get. We're gonna have this wheel, and I don't know what.
Spinning
You
wheel.
spin a wheel.
Spin a wheel, yeah.
Limbo. Hula hoops.
Wow. You guys have really thought this whole thing out, haven't you?
Yes. And you can dress like Hawaiian, because
Oh.
this is a Hawaiian dance party.
Hawaiian dance party. All
Minus
right.
the volcano.
Yes.
Yeah.
Minus
no,
the volcano.
No lava
There'll be
at
no
this
lava.
party. All right.
And there will also be a photo booth with Hawaiian stuff, with Hawaiian clothes in it that you can take pictures and dress up like
Well,
it.
you thought of everything, Nate.
Some of this was Mom's idea, and some
It's a little bit, yeah.
Well, that's fantastic,
Team effort.
and we want to make sure that we get an opportunity to kind of wrap everything up here with Scott and Lori and Nate. Maybe, Lori, we can start with you. Why don't you tell our listeners why they should make it a point to participate in the big dance party tomorrow, or come on out to the Noel's Angel Walk the morning of the Radiothon?
You should join us because, well, first of all, it's going to be fun. Second of all, you are helping out the community. And third of all, it's a great way to spend time with your family. It's a great way for you to, for us to get Noel's name out. And just, family time is very important. You need to cherish every moment, and making memories with your family is something that we learned, we always did that, but we learned the hard way that you just don't take life and time for granted. So on that note, we are going to have a great time with our family.
Nate, why should everybody show up to the dance party tomorrow?
because it will be fun, and there will be tons of games, and there will be
Prizes.
lemonade prizes, fun dance party, games, tons of stuff.
Wrap it all up for us, if you would, Scott.
10th annual walk. We really hope you join us at the walk. Use it as your kickoff event for yourself and your family to spend the day doing the Radiothon. It's a great day to spend the entire day, but we hope you'll start it with us at Noel's Angel Walk and then continue the day at all the other events that go on with that Radiothon.
Awesome. The dance party's tomorrow at Chapel of the Archangels, Madison Street in Beaver Dam. The Noel's Angel Walk is going to be Thursday of the Radiothon. That is the 21st of June, starting at 6 a.m. with registration and then kicking off from Waterworks Park at 7 a.m. I want to thank Scott and Lori Smith for joining us and bringing Nate 8-year-old Nate Smith. Boy, it's just a pleasure watching you grow up, Nate. And it's I love these lemonade stands and these dance parties. I can't wait to see what you come up with next year.
Okay, I will try to come up with something new next year.
All right.
I will try.
Well, if we do appreciate it, we'll take a break and be back here in just a couple minutes.
Time now for more of today's community comment. Here now, filling in for Craig Warmbold, is the incomparable Ryan Gable.
Wow, and thank you, Kale. That was, I'm blushing over here. So good news, folks can tune into dailydodge.com on the video page and see me blushing. Welcome, Green Valley Enterprises, Meredith Winning and Craig Hendrickson.
Thank you.
Thanks for coming in.
Thanks for having us.
Well, another year. I know you guys have been involved for a long time, and we're excited to have you back for year 21. Why don't we start off just a little bit? I know there's a lot going on at Green Valley Enterprises, Craig, but why don't you tell us a little bit about what we do over there?
Certainly. So Green Valley Enterprises, we've been serving the community for 50 years. We have a variety of programs, but what we're really set out to do is help people with special needs achieve their maximum potential, working with their families as well. So we have a Birth to 3 program. We work with Adult Day, a special needs activity program, some pre-vocational work that we do, and then we have our department, which is community integration, and we're focused on getting people out into the community integrated through employment and through recreational programs.
The first time I was there, it was really amazing to me, the size of the facility, but the different things, projects, work with all the different partners around the community that folks at Green Valley are able to get into, from machine work to, I know for our very successful bingo program, stamping car. You know, there's just so many different things that that these folks are able to get into, so that's wonderful.
Our participants definitely love radio bingo.
They love radio bingo.
That they do.
We hear a lot of that. That's why it's still on. And Meredith, what do you do?
So I'm an employment and outreach coordinator for Green Valley Enterprises. I focus partnership with our local DVR office, Division of Vocational Rehab, as well as do the community outreach with Families for Our Life Academy program.
So let's talk a little bit about Life Academy.
Okay.
That's new
To
me.
So Life Academy itself has been in operation for 5 years. We started a summer Life Academy program 3 years ago, but this summer we really took the time and amped it up. We have partnered with 7 local school districts, and so we've got 30 students coming in this summer. Today is actually the very first day for that, so it's pretty exciting for us. And not only are they there to learn the soft skills that they need to become employable in the community, but we've partnered with 5 local businesses, and once they work on their soft skills, we're going to put them out, and they are going to work in small increments at these locations for the summer.
That's fantastic. And what's the age groups typically of the
15 to 21.
15 to 21?
Mm-hmm.
That is wonderful.
That is correct.
So how did you get started with Green Valley and this type of work?
I actually was recruited by the manager for our Adult Day program, and that's where I started, and here I am today.
And how long have you been?
6 years.
6 years.
Mm-hmm.
That is great. How about you, Craig? How did you get into this? It's, you know, it's a unique position and such a strong one for a community like this to be not only involved, but to make it your passion and your life's work. So how did you get to Beaver Dam and get into Green Valley?
Well, I was working in employment programs through the Food Share Employment and Training Program and the Wisconsin Works program. I did about 6 years working in those programs. And throughout my life, I've been doing work in nonprofits, working with different populations. And it just kind of called out to me. It's something that I've always wanted to be a part of, developing programs to help people achieve whatever it is their goals are in life. So having that strong employment background was really helpful here, but I also wanted to, I used to work with kids in summer camps and have some fun with it, and I really wanted to get people doing some recreational programs and some social programs to just have a good time with it.
Mm-hmm. That's fantastic. How many folks work over at Green Valley? I mean, it's for those that have not had a chance, I highly recommend going over whenever pop in, or there's an open house like I did. You just can't believe the size of the facility just from driving by, and it's so impressive. How many folks work there, full-time, part-time? Any ballpark idea? I mean, it's, I know that's...
If I had to make a guess, I don't know off the top of my head. I'm going to dare and say probably about 120.
I bet it's that
between
big.
all of the departments. Not all of those are full-time. Those are including, because we have a full fleet of transportation as well. So our drivers, it takes a whole family to make this come together. It really and truly does. So from the gals in our SNAP program to the production floor to adult day, throughout the company, there's full-time and part-time.
That is wonderful. So how do we spend the money that comes from, or what kind of impact that has, and what do we do with it?
We are going with our Life Academy program and our Life Academy summer program for the money this time. It's really focused in on how do we train these young people to do this community work. So we've purchased different curriculums with this. We've been kind of all over the map as far as like driving to different companies and stuff like that, just trying to figure out what do we need in order to be successful in training these young people.
Exactly what Craig said. So the students that we have, they need things that you don't necessarily think about. So for example, if we're going to bring them and we're going to put them in a manufacturing setting, earplugs. You and I can put earplugs in, but that's a sensory thing for them. So we need more protective hearing. Transportation is also another big thing. We have a lot of rural communities, and these students are coming from those rural communities. So we need to purchase vehicles to get them here so they can participate in these. That was one of the best things that the parents that we spoke to really reached out and said, I'm so grateful for you, because we have jobs.
Sure.
We don't have a way to get them to Beaver Dam for these opportunities. And the employers that we've partnered with, we really did scatter them all across the county, because we wanted the students to work in their hometown. We wanted them to know that they don't just have to come to Beaver Dam. It can be in Iron Ridge. It can be in Lomira. It can be scattered across the county.
So will the training happen here at the Green Valley, or will it actually happen on site?
On site.
At that business
That
is
is
where
correct,
that'll happen.
and they are paying them.
And they're paying. That is wonderful. So will they do the employer do the training, or what part will the Life Academy? Are you really just facilitating everything along with picking up, or what other steps do you have?
So we pick them up depending on the group. The way that I have it set up is they're staggered. So each student will go through the place of business 1 week at a time. So the group A will be here, group B, group C, group D, group E, and then they'll flip, and then they'll go to the next place. And we've done the training. If they are out, they'll be out in the morning, and then they'll come back in the afternoon for the training, or it'll be every other day, however the way that the company has it set up for the employment. And we will train them in-house, but then they will also do an orientation process at the place of business.
That's great.
It is. They really went out of their way. And the parents have also stepped up. That was a really great thing. If they needed any special clothing, if they needed protective shoes. So this is a learning experience for them.
And there's so many different things that these funds obviously can be used for, from not just getting from A to B in the training, but you're right, with the protective
things that
shoes
I didn't think about. Correct. These are all things that I personally didn't think about at the time, because I thought, okay, every place offers earplugs, things like that.
Sure.
But I forget, the students that we are working with, everybody has a different concern, and that was one of them. So, okay, well, we're going to get whatever they need. If it doesn't matter if it's clothing or hearing protection or eye protection, if they can't use what we currently have, then we'll take care of that.
And that's when we were talking before, year 21 of the Children's Radiothon, and hopefully hitting over $2 million now with this year, and all that 100% of that money staying local. A great thing for folks to think about when they are doing bidding, because there's so many wonderful items that come to us from the different partners and different businesses around the community, just how this money is affecting folks just on an every single day basis, and how important this truly is. So we appreciate everything that you all are doing. I can't read that, Craig.
What are they doing to raise money?
Oh, what are you doing to raise money? So Craig Warmbold throwing another question, so I appreciate that. What are we doing to raise extra monies for the Radiothon?
Well, we started off, we partnered with the Arc of Dodge County, and we're working on the Waupun community. We started off in April. We did a Neil Diamond tribute. That was over at Bayside. It was fantastic. We had Eric Diamond came in, and he's a fantastic performer. Spaghetti dinner that came in, and all sorts of raffles and auctions. And
I know it was packed, too.
It was packed, yeah. Over 200 people came, and it was an amazing event. But then now moving forward, we have a fundraiser coming up at the Pizza Ranch in Waupun. I think that's June 18th from 4 to 8 p.m. We'll be working over there. I think we get a portion of sales for that event. And then on the 21st, we're doing a brat fry at the Wild Boar in Waupun.
Excellent.
And along the way, we had change jars out throughout the community of Waupun, and we thank people for dropping their spare change in there when they were checking out at gas stations and places like that.
Do we have any idea, just off the ballpark, what it takes over the course of a year to run a facility with everything involved at Green Valley? Could you even...
A lot.
A lot. More than... Yeah, I think that would be pretty stunning for folks to know, like, what... they do so many you all do so many great things, but the amount of income it takes and cash to be able to put something like this on, just the building, the facilities, the people, the transportation, there's just so much that goes into having something like this into our community. I think it'd be pretty stunning.
It'd be an impressive number, yeah, but I couldn't even ballpark it for you.
It'd be pretty stunning for folks to hear, so that's why this is so important with the Radiothon. How can folks find out more about Green Valley and the Life Academy? Where can they go? What can they do?
Well, we can go to our website, which is www.gveinc.org. I think I got that one right. Otherwise, they can also give us a call. It's 920-887-4282. You can call us up and ask for a tour, and we can get you set up.
Do you have positions available for folks to volunteer and help out?
We have, yes. We bring in a number of volunteers. If groups want to come in on a one-time deal and come in and do a project with us, we invite that. Or if people want to come over and work in our programs and work directly with individuals, we also welcome that.
I would imagine there's always a need for folks to help out and volunteer their time, and what a great organization to be part of. It was a win.
It's a win.
Everything was good. Well, thanks, Craig. You'll let me keep my job.
Yeah.
He's going to let me keep it.
All right.
Well, that is great. Well, thank you guys for coming in. We appreciate it, and looking forward to another great year with the Radiothon. And it's right around the corner here. Things are getting ramped up, and we're getting all the prizes in for the 30-hour auction. So that should be up on dailydodge.com here shortly. There's a specific Radiothon tab that'll show as long as we have pictures for what folks will be bidding on, and bid high, bid often, and have a lot of fun, because all this money is going to stay local to some great organizations. So thank you all for coming in.
Thank you.
All righty.
That's going to do it for today's
Community Comment.